Hi, this is Trier from the Writing Center, and we are going to look at some discussion posts. This discussion post specifically is from Psychology 201. So, had a couple of questions from learners, thank you, and just kind of wanting to know what should I do, how should I approach this, different things like that. So, let's just kind of look through it. First of all, down here at the bottom, there's a discussion board guideline. If you click that down arrow, that means that you can download it, and then you can save it to your computer. So, this discussion board is an academic discussion. So when discussion boards are an academic discussion, that usually means that you are looking for evidence, incredible sources. You want to make sure that you have evidence to support any claim that you put into your discussion post. Think of this more as a short paper that needs to be formatted, needs to be following those APA guidelines, in-text citations, all of that good stuff. So right here, it says the following guidelines should be followed unless the instructions for a particular discussion board specifically indicate otherwise. So you're going to need to make one initial posting, and you're going to need to respond to two other postings. So that means you post and then wait a couple of days, unless you're kind of towards the end of the week, and then go back and find two people and you're going to respond to their post. So your post should have at least 150 words in it. Again, unless the assignment instructions are different, and that don't go over 300. So like I was saying, this is a short paper, not a long paper, short paper. Your response postings, 75 words. Try not to exceed 300 words. Now, when you're doing your word count, your reference at the bottom does not count in that word count. Right? So then here, timelines, they are essential for all of this discussion post rules and how you're going to get your grade. So your first posting needs to happen on Wednesday. I would tell you to have it done as early as possible on Wednesday, preferably Monday, Tuesday, because this mountain time messes with a lot of people. So you need to make sure you know your time zone, because if you live in California and you post at 11:59, you're late. So then responding to your peers needs to happen by Sunday. So again, same thing. I know that when I sit down to write, I go ahead, while I still have everything fresh in my mind, I'll go ahead and write my own post, and then I quickly respond to two other people so that I can use my information. I can uh, back up my claims and feel like I sound just a little bit more educated. So the discussion board officially closes Mountain Time on Sunday. So if you haven't made your post, then you're not going to earn any credit. You need to make sure that you have references when it's applicable. References, citing your sources, you do anytime you use something that was written by someone else, and that includes AI. So think about that when you're working on your discussion posts. If you go to ChatGPT to get ideas, cool, no problem. If you go to ChatGPT and you copy and paste, bad idea, bad form. Don't do that, because our code of conduct does not allow for that, and you want to have academic integrity. So be really careful. To avoid the loss of content while your posting is under development, you may want to develop your postings in a Word document. I am going to tell you that this right here is probably one of the best things that I have read on here. So that is exactly what I was going to suggest. So for the psychology course, here are your basic posting guidelines. So then let's go back up and look at week 1 discussion. So it says follow all of the instructions in the sections below to understand how to complete this discussion post assignment. So when we look at that and it's telling us to follow all of the instructions, first thing that I feel like you should do is read through this. So it wants you to share an overview of the history of psychology up to contemporary times and some major theories developed since its inception. So I need to write about psychology. How did it start? Where has it come? Where are we now? What were some of the major theories developed? That seems like it's going to need a lot of information, but if you go back and think, it said 150 words to 300 words. Okay, so that's kind of the beginning. So next one, taking a look at section 1.4 in chapter 1 of your course text, describes some career choices for individuals with degrees in psychology outside of clinical and therapeutic settings. So right here, you have to cite section 1.4 because they're telling you to go and look in your course text and describe career choices. So you're taking career choices out of your text, which means you have to cite your textbook. And then define psychology and share why it is important to your work as a nurse. Now, if you feel like after you've read all of this that you have a good grasp and you can say that in all of your own words, fantastic. But if you are using information that you found, then you need to, again, cite your sources. So I know it's tempting to just feel like there's too many citations, that you have too many in-text citations, that it feels like it's not your work. Because of that, this is research, and research was done by other people, and then you're looking at it and you're taking that and putting it in to help develop your understanding. And so because of that, citations are really important, and actually citations are a really positive thing in high academic work. Okay, so here's APA documentation standards. Here, let's see, they said there's an example, APA documentation. And then right here, perfect APA tutorial found on the 3rd page of this module. If you have any questions, contact the Writing Center. That would be where I work. And then don't be afraid to ask questions, which I'm so thankful that y'all did ask about this. So here is an example, and I want to point out exactly what I just said. They have 2 in-text citations in 4 sentences, and that's exactly what you need to do if you don't own the information. So I'm not sure how many words this is, but and this does not apply to your discussion post. So first thing that you would do is go and research the history of psychology, and then you need to kind of document some of the notes. So what I would be doing is having 2 windows open, and I would have, oh no, that's my email. That's not what we want. Let's see. Let me pull this over here and get a blank document first. Okay. So this is how I would handle this. I would go like this and like this. And then I would be like, okay, number 1, overview of psychology. Number 2, 1.4, career. Number 3, definition of psychology. So then I would go research, and I'm going to find information, more information, more information. I'm going to go to my book, and I'm going to get information. And then I'm going to give a definition of psychology. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to do references. And I'm going to put any reference that I found. And right here, we're going to just copy and paste over here. When you are posting in a discussion board, it doesn't let you do the hanging indent. It pulls everything back over to the side a lot of the time. So don't obsess over that because you're just going to frustrate yourself. So, and then you didn't use this one, so don't quote that. And then you're going to need to get your textbook. So you would have your textbook. textbook citation, or reference actually. And then there you go. So, and then you need to make sure that in here you are using this reference in in-text citations. So just like in the example, I'm going to come over here actually, and I am going to copy it and I'm going to paste it, but I am not going to keep that because I need to get practice. Oh, see, no comma at all, period, comma, 2020, end quote. And then I'm going to delete what I had copied and pasted because I only copied and pasted to give myself practice to be able to see. So hopefully that helps. I want to stop here because the video is getting really long. If you need more help in this, please reach out to the Writing Center and we will look forward to working with you. Thank you.